guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm alongside Adamo Ritaco. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you on for yet another season here on Rossoneri TV. And we're here to preview the first official match of the new season for Milan, as they will be facing Perugia tomorrow, August 17 at 9 p.m. Italian time, as they will be playing their third round match of the Tim Cup. Now, it's very unusual that Milan needs to start their season with a Tim Cup match, but this is what happens when you actually have a very poor season like we saw last year and you end in 10th place. Now, Milan will be battling once again on two fronts this season, featuring in the Serie A and in the Tim Cup. Last time we actually won this cup was back in 2002-2003. Now, this is about 12-13 years ago. So I do hope that we actually win it this time around. You know, it's a trophy that's been missing for a really long time. And I think it's time to once again get on the ride and win this trophy. Now, even though our objective is, of course, ending in the top three at the end of next season to actually qualify to the Champions League, we know that winning the Tim Cup will secure us a spot in the Europa League next season in case that we need it for some reason. Now, this is something that we could have really made use of last season, you know, after ending in such a terrible position. It would have been nice to at least feature in the Europa League this season overall. And this could have been done with the winning of the Tim Cup, really.
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, a lot of fans, they don't really take the Tim Cup seriously. I don't know why. It is actually a very competitive cup, and it gives you European qualification. So if you ask me, I would not mind winning the Tim Cup. Even if we make third place, I would love to win it because it's a trophy at the end of the day, and a trophy that a lot of teams value. But if we don't make third place, worst comes to worst, don't even make Europa League, let's just say that happens, we could definitely use it as a good backup plan to try to get into Europe, secure all our players, because obviously the players are expecting us to make Europe after all this big spending, and the board is expecting that as well as all the fans. So to kind of keep everybody content, if we do have to rely on the Tim Cup, hopefully we can make the best out of it and win it.
Yeah, of course. Now, Milan was probably the most spending team in this summer window, alongside Inter in the Serie A, really. So we're not saying that Milan will have a similar season to last season, of course. But as I said, it's a good backup plan just in case things go terribly wrong once again, which I very much doubt. But, you know, it never hurts to actually go far and win this trophy. Now, Milan can actually be using this match for some very useful reasons. First of all, of course, to get into that competitive mode ahead of next weekend's opening Serie A fixture against Fiorentina there at the Artemio Franchi. Now, Milan, you know, they had some ups and downs in this preseason. They actually started quite well, beating Inter and bringing the Madrid match to penalties, where they went on to lose. After that, they kind of went to a slump in the Audi Cup, losing against Bayern Munich and Tottenham there, not even scoring one goal. And it kind of brought some awareness to the fans. But after that, a week after, Milan were victorious in the Trofeo Team Friendly Tournament, not to be confused with the Tim Cup, of course, but they went on to win once again against Inter, beating them twice this preseason in the Derby, and of course, beating Sassuolo on penalty kicks once again to win that Trofeo Team. So we had some ups and downs. I think we shouldn't use the preseason friendlies as a judgment to what should be coming ahead. But definitely we saw some positive signs overall.
I mean, the preseason could have been better, could have been worse. Obviously, we saw some negatives, some positives, and we learned a lot of things, which is kind of the point of preseason, to kind of see where you need to strengthen, or to kind of evaluate all your players. We saw some youth coming up with the likes of Davide Calabria, kind of making a statement where he could possibly feature as a rotational option in the right back slot for Milan in the future seasons to come. You know, we saw Carlos Bacca, obviously the player of our preseason, was doing fantastic, showing that he's practically worth every penny. Hopefully, he can continue as the season goes on in the campaign once it starts, of course, and hopefully he can score a lot of goals. But yeah, it was just good to see all the new signings kind of collaborating, and hopefully, you know, things just get even better than that.
Yeah, of course, we saw a lot of players, pretty much every player except Menez and maybe a few others that were unfortunate not to feature in this preseason due to injuries or other motives. We saw them pretty much having their time to show their worth to Mihajlovic in this preseason. Some players achieved, some players did not. Some players really disappointed the fans altogether. But let's talk about the probable starting 11 against Perugia. Now let's start, of course, in net with Diego Lopez. No doubt that he will be starting in this important game for Milan, as they will be looking to proceed to the 4th round of the Tim Cup. For the back four, we'll have Abate starting on the right, Mexes and Romagnoli starting in the middle, Antonelli starting on the left. For the midfield, De Jong in the middle, Bertolacci on the right, Bonaventura on the left, much like we saw against Inter in the Trofeo team match. And Ona will be playing as a trequartista with Bacca on the right and Luis Adriano up front. A pretty good formation, a pretty good lineup, I have to say. I think it's pretty solid and could get the job done. What do you think about that?
I mean, you could arguably be one of our best XIs, of course. Was hoping that Paletta would stay. Hasn't gone yet. Let's just hope that he does stay, because he's arguably one of our best center backs alongside Romagnoli. But, you know, it's not bad to see Mexes, I guess. He has been improving quite a bit. Still making a lot of mistakes here and there, but, you know, I guess you can use his wonder goals every once in a while. So I guess not too bad, especially against a team like Perugia. You know, so Romagnoli, good to see him again as well. Fullbacks, pretty solid. As I said, arguably our best starting lineup.
Yeah, I don't think Milan should have any problem, especially against Perugia. I think this should be really a transition game for Milan between the preseason friendlies and the start of the Serie A. This is pretty much the game where it sets the tone between the two. And I think Milan should definitely have a comfortable match. Hopefully they'll get a comfortable win and give some real secure to the fans. Feeling secured, of course, ahead of the season is something a fan really needs. So let's hope Milan go ahead and do that. Now let's talk a bit about Perugia. Now they got to this matchup. Of course, they beat in the second round of the Tim Cup Reggiana 3-1. Now last season they ended in 6th place in the Serie B and lost in the qualification round of the playoffs for the Serie A promotion. Their top scorer from last season has moved to Sassuolo. However, 28-year-old Matteo Ardemagni is their player to watch. He scored 6 goals in 24 appearances for Perugia last season and also scored 2 goals and added 1 assist against Reggiana in the second round that I just talked about moments ago. So once again, involving him pretty much in every goal for that game. Now, do you think Ardemagni and his teammates could actually pose a threat for this Milan team despite playing at the San Siro?
I mean, we definitely need to take it seriously, because if we don't, if we act like it's just another friendly game, they could definitely take advantage of us. Obviously, still in the Serie B, but not the worst of Serie B teams. Could have got a lot worse team, I guess you could say. Could have got a lot better team. But either way, I do think that if Milan don't take this seriously, they could definitely pose a threat. And we really need to watch out for all the top players, of course. They're a side that, you know, kind of have some classic players in the past, like Gattuso, Materazzi, Rosso. So quite a lot of World Cup winners in their previous lineups. So let's just hope that, you know, none of them act like those players and start to dominate Milan, because we know that once we start playing these Serie B sides, they all play like Barcelona in the Champions League final, and we just get dominated. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. That's not the case. But definitely got to take them seriously.
Yeah, definitely can't wait for that game to start, just so we can get in that competitive mode. You know, we've been assisting preseason friendlies all along. It's time for the season to actually start and get underway. Now, just to end this off, the winner of this match will actually be facing Crotone in the 4th round of the competition. And that sums up our match preview for Milan-Perugia, which will be taking place once again tomorrow, August 17 at 9 p.m. Italian time. Of course, we'll have the match review for you guys once the match is done tomorrow. So make sure to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything AC Milan on a daily basis, for match previews, reviews, transfer daily recaps, and much, much more. Everything you need to stay updated on the club, we got it here on the channel. Thank you for watching. This has been Gio and Adamo signing off from Rossoneri TV. And as always, Forza Milan!
And personally, I think that he's a talented player. Don't get me wrong, of course, he's still very young. So I don't know if he will be able to give us that quality that's so much talked about, that's lacking really in Milan's midfield.